What's up, guys? This is PelicanMan here, bringing you another league with my quest for the Holy Relic deck. We're trying something a little bit different this week. Zendikar Rising is now on Magic Online. None of the new cards excite me for this deck, but the meta has shifted a little, so we're going to kind of do what we can to hopefully compete. So you'll notice we've gone down to 4 fetch lands, and then we got the 4 canopy lands here as splashes. We actually don't have a splash in our sideboard this week. I want to go back to basics with a mono white list, as well as testing out a little bit of a different strategy. So last week I wasn't too impressed with Stoneforge, and I've had a few people saying that maybe that's not the right way to go. Maybe I want to lean more into being an aggressive deck. So we've replaced the Stoneforge Mystics with Pure Steel Paladin. Pure Steel Paladin draws us a card whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under our control. And if we have Metalcraft, our equipment costs 0 to equip. So we're leaning heavy. We actually have no swords in the main deck or in the sideboard. Our Gentum Armor is still our number 1 quest target. But to combo with the Pure Steel Paladin a bit better and to still be a good quest target, we've actually added 3 Colossus Hammers. Now, there is a deck that focuses around this interaction with Pure Steel Paladin, Colossus Hammer. It runs creatures that have Double Strike or Infect to better combo with it, and things like Sigarda's Aid to be able to equip at instant speed. I'm not going too deep into it here. My plan is just that against other decks that are trying to do degenerate things, it's another way for us to close out the game quickly. So we're going to start by trying that out. To fit the hammers in, we've trimmed our sword, our Batterskull, and our 3rd Martyr's Soul. And of course the Pure Steel's just straight replace the Stoneforge Mystics. Stoneforge Mystic is nice in this kind of build because it can find our Colossus Hammer, but I'm running 3 of them in the hopes that we can draw them semi-regular with Pure Steel. Otherwise we've still got the quest plan. So in our previous build with Stoneforge, we would keep a 7 if it had quest, or if it had specifically Stoneforge plus a turn 1 Giver of Runes. Otherwise, we would normally mulligan to 6 because the upside of finding a 6 with a quest hand is so big. So I think this deck's kind of on the same plan, where we'll keep a hand that has a Colossus Hammer and a Pure Steel on 7, or a good quest hand. Otherwise, mulligan to 6 somewhat aggressively. As far as the sideboard, we've added 2 Tormod's Crypts because Manaless Dredge is a thing I am concerned about. It's one of the few decks that is potentially fast enough and explosive enough to get in under us, and our combo is not the best against it, so I do want some fast hate for it. This also pairs nicely with stuff like Glinthawk. I figured that Soulguide Lantern might be too slow. Tormod's Crypt being a 0, it means I can just slide it in whenever I want and keep going for my game plan, whereas Soulguide Lantern kind of interrupts our progression of our own game plan a little. Still got the 2 ofs, the 2 Giant Killers, 2 Selfless Saviors, 2 Containment Priests, 2 Aethersworn Canonists, and the 2 Auriok Champions that we've been testing. I got an extra few slots because I'm not running any swords at all, which might be a mistake, but that's the point of our testing. I was actually going to run 2 Fragmentize, but for some reason I only own 1, so I am testing the 1-1 split of Fragmentize and Disenchant that I've talked about in the past, and our last slot is just going to a cheeky one of Leyline of Sanctity. Since we've got the green splash and don't have Veil of Summer, Leyline isn't a bad option for the hand hate matchups, and also it's kind of nice in the burn matchups, which should be pretty good for us now with like the Auriok Champions, with our mana base not having any shock lands, being a bit less painful. With that said, that's the deck. Let's get into the league. Alrighty, we've got our first opponent. Let's get match number 1 underway. We have lost the die roll already. Let's see what our opponent is up to. Yeah, this hand's really good. This is a turn 3 active quest. So we will keep. Turn 3 active quest on the draw isn't the best, but it's, you know, it's better than not being able to get a quest active. Okay, what's our opponent up to? Tapped Shambling Vent. That's a kind of start I'm into. Okay, another land, not the worst. Now, am I more scared of removal or hand hate here? I think our Skyfishers are pretty okay even if the Memnite dies, and I don't think our opponent's going to waste a removal spell on the Memnite, so they're more likely to be a Path to Exile deck than a Fatal Push deck at first glance, so yeah, we will just run out the Memnite here. Okay, opponent's got an Inquisition. Assumedly they're just taking a Skyfisher here. It's the most upside for them. The nice thing is we still get the Skyfisher next turn, and it's like we've still got a Thraben Inspector. So getting to an active quest isn't... Oh, okay, they take the Thraben Inspector. It's very strange. Shocking and Overgrown Tomb. Okay, that makes me think they have removal. But I'm still going to try and play out the Skyfisher. If they want to kill the Memnite in response, I'll just bounce my land and replay it next turn. Yep, okay. This is fine. I'm happy to just have a 2-3 in play. So now I'm probably going to play out the second quest next turn. Since this Skyfisher is costing us land drops now. I think it was fine to play into that Fatal Push. Yep, Dark Confidant, sure thing opponent. Drawing a 0-drop would be fantastic here. Can we draw a 0-drop, please? Ooh, Glinthawk. Yeah, I'm still just going to play out a new quest. We will get in for 2. Pass it back to our opponent. This Dark Confidant is going to be an issue. I think if I can get Argentum Armor, I'm killing that pretty quickly. Okay. So that's good for them. They'd missed their 3rd land drop, I believe. Yeah. Ooh. Opponent's getting in. Alright. They play out their land drop. The Maelstrom Pulse would be pretty bad here. But I think I like our odds against Abzan better than like a Jund. What have they got for us? Scavenging Ooze, okay. And we drew a 0-drop, awesome. So we'll play out the Ornithopter. Okay. Always yes to the new quest. Alright, let's play out the Skyfisher. Okay. Kind of concerned about a Fatal Push off this Verdant, but I think I just have to go for it. Yep. Bounce the Ornithopter. Play the Ornithopter. Gonna play the Glinthawk. So we get to get 2 quests active now. So we can threaten lethal. Return the Ornithopter. Replay the Ornithopter. Okay, let's move to combat. Beginning of combat. Sacrifice this quest. We'll get Argentum armor. Put it on our Skyfisher. Yeah, let's go to attack. So our opponent has to fatal push the Skyfisher here if they have a fatal push. They do not, so we're going to attack. We'll destroy their Dark Confidant. So because they let us go to attacks, I assume that means they have nothing. So we're going to go for broke here. The longer this game goes, the better it is for our opponents. So we'll just... Oh, I should have gone to blockers first. They can just block now. That was a mistake. But they scoop it up anyway, okay. The Colossus Hammer makes that creature lose flying, so I should have waited until the end of declare blockers, because my opponent could have just chump blocked with Scoos there, but it's fine. Our opponent let us get away with it. I don't know how good Giant Kill is going to be here. The tap target creature ability is actually kind of fine in the matchup, so I am interested in them. Selfless Savior for spot removal is something I do want. Not sure about Fragmentize. See, the issue with Tormod's Crypt over Soulglade Land is I'm not going to bring it in matchups like this. Definitely want Leyline. Definitely want Auric Champions. So let's look at these to start with. I do like Pure Steel for the grind. Skyfishers we're happy to trim for the Auric Champions. I don't even hate Martyr's Soul here. Colossus Hammer, Pure Steel isn't at its best. Maybe this is why I needed some swords in the 75 somewhere to like for these matchups so that there's still payoff for Pure Steel without needing the Colossus Hammer. So I think that means I have to leave the Colossus Hammer in as just a way to draw cards off Pure Steel, then, you know, bounce with Glinthawks and stuff. With that said, I think I'm still cutting 2 Glinthawks for the Selfless Saviors. I do want to leave the other 2 in, so we're going to not worry about Giant Killer for now. As for the ley line, I'm just going to cut a 0-drop here. I think since we've got Colossus Hammer, Ornithopter's the easy cut here. I could cut more 0-drops to bring in Giant Killers. Maybe I do just want to do that. It's tough because then Martyr Soul gets worse too. We won game 1, so I feel like we can get away with it. Because what, Ornithopter just doesn't do anything in the matchup, right? Except for our Argentum armor specifically. So let's bring in the Giant Killers. I'm happy to leave in 1 Ornithopter after making that decision that it just wasn't doing anything for us. Pure Steel double Colossus Hammer looks really good to me. I'm going to keep. We've also got a Giver of Runes to play out turn 1. So we're going to keep. You got Hand Hate for me, opponent? Okay, so this probably has to take the Pure Steel, which, you know, looking at the hand, it's a lot worse not having the Pure Steel. Like, these Colossus Hammers aren't doing much, but I think that's fine. They have to take Pure Steel, surely. Well, they're thinking. I could see wanting to take Giver of Runes. But this hand just hinges so heavily on Pure Steel Paladin. Yeah. They made the right call. What do we get? Plains, okay. Keep that information hidden. Play out Giver. pass it back. So I think next turn I'm going to fetch up another Plains and just play out the Martyr's Soul. I think I'm fine to tap down Giver to get the Martyr's Soul into play. Okay. Ooh, we're flooding. Like, the Colossus Hammers aren't doing anything anyway, so I'm not in any rush to get them into play. I kind of need to draw like a Pure Steel or something to make them good anyway. Also, I'm fine tapping this because if my opponent has removal here, they actually kind of still want to kill the Giver, I assume. But this Martyr's Soul is just kind of forcing action from them. Okay, no third land drop from our opponent. We draw Auriok Champion. Okay. Let's go to combat. This is really good for us, getting to untap with Martyr's Soul and Giver of Runes. Okay, play the Auriok Champion. Play the Plains. Pass the turn. I'm not going to play out the Colossus Hammers just yet. Because next turn if I draw exactly Pure Steel, I get to Pure Steel into Double Hammer and draw 2. Okay, Fatal Push the Giver. Just going to let that happen. Because if they had like a path or something for the Martyr's Soul, they would have done in response to the Giver activation anyway. Still on 2 lands from our opponent. Dark Confidant, sure. I will gain a life. Should have probably set up a yield to that. Okay, another Giver of Runes isn't bad. Always yes, always yield. Okay, I am going to offer the trade with Dark Confidant here because I don't want my opponent kind of getting out of their situation. And I'll attack with the Auriok Champion as well because it's unblockable, because it is pro-black. The Dark Confidant is black. If they decide to attack back, I am actually kind of happy to trade Giver of Runes for the Dark Confidant. The card advantage Dark Confidant offers is just too much. Okay, I'm happy with that trade, because they spend their entire turn playing at that Dark Confidant. It reduces our clock a fair bit, but I think I'm okay with that. So yeah, there's still no advantage playing out these Colossus Hammers. Our opponent can hand hate them from us, but our opponent's kind of choked on mana here. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. They're getting a Batterskull. Yep. That's fine. Ooh, I like that. So, Auriok Champion can't attack into the Stoneforge Mystic. Our plan here is to let them activate Stoneforge, drop the Batterskull, and then use Giant Killer to kill the Germ token, which will have power 4 or greater. Then we can play out the Giant Killer and start activating it. Okay, they found a third land. Okay, just passing back to us, that's fine. Oh, Throne Inspector. Don't mind that at all. Get a clue, gain a life. Just going to pass back to our opponent yet again. They're assumedly flashing in the Batterskull here. Okay. Living Weapon resolves. Why did I not get priority to Giant Killer there? That's interesting. Hmm. With them fetching now, I assume that means they're doing something this turn. Because now I have to wait for them to not have 3 mana up to bounce their Batterskull. This sucks. Because they can just bounce it and then threaten to redeploy it with Stoneforge. That's very weird. I should have gotten priority again before it passed back to their turn, I'm pretty sure. Okay. You're attacking? That's cool. I'm gonna block. I have pro black. Your creature is black. You will gain no life. Please play something, opponent. I really want to cast this chop down on their germ. Awesome. Ashiok. Okay. Do this while we can. Are you going to mill this opponent? Smart, I like it. Martyr's Soul. Yeah, we'll play at the Martyr's Soul. I'm still not interested in tapping my Giver, even though it would make Martyr's Soul 5 power. I'm going to cast the Giant Killer. Yep, pass back to our opponent. Okay. So we actually don't care about the Ashiok for now. We've already used 2 of our 4 fetches. We don't run Stoneforge. Quests are bad right now anyway. So I don't think there's anything we actually care about from this Ashiok. Our opponent is able to manually equip Batterskull now, which is unfortunate. But if they do, they tap out and we just get to pro black something and block. Get to crack Clue in their end step, which is good. Draw us closer to a Pure Steel to draw a card off these Colossus Hammers. Otherwise, we get to activate Giant Killer and tap down like this Stoneforge or something. Okay, looks like they're just going to pass back to us with Bounce Batterskull and Stoneforge activation. So they can pay 3, bounce to their hand, and then activate the Stoneforge just to redeploy. Okay, Ornithopter wasn't the best. Let's just play the Glinthawk. But I honestly think the Glinthawk wants to bounce a Colossus Hammer. No, the Flyer's pretty good. So I am worried about removal spell here. So I'm going to play out a Colossus Hammer, just have an artifact to bounce with the Glinthawk anyway. Do I just want to bounce the Colossus Hammer or the Ornithopter? I think it's just the Colossus Hammer. It's worth a card down the track. Okay, so... if I try and tap down the Stoneforge, they have to do it now? could just attack with Oreo Champion. Let's tap this down now. Forcing them to put their Batterskull into play. Okay. So they're putting on the sack, then they're going to put the Batterskull trigger on top. Yep. Okay. Okay. So I believe we don't care about the Ashiok, so we're just going to attack them with our Oriok. Is that right? Do we just want to leave it back to block? Yeah, let's just leave it back to block. Next turn we get to start attacking with Glint Hawk. And this stopping them from gaining life with the Batterskull is important. I could, like, say, block with Martyr Soul and give it pro black, but that leaves it open to getting hit by a removal spell, which I don't like. Okay, another land from our opponent. So they can move their Batterskull around now to get around my pro black, which would force me to start activating Giver. Oh, okay, Lingering Souls. Sure. I will gain 2 life, thank you. So this isn't great for our Glinthawk. I am still going to attack with it next turn, I think. Maybe... I'm trying to think if maybe I want to like use Giant Killer to tap one of them down. I don't think so. Okay, they flashed it back. So I am going to attack with the Glinthawk. And if they want to block, I'm going to use Giver of Runes. Pure Steel Paladin off the top. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to play it out. Gain some life. Okay. We'll attack them. This is a pretty reasonable clock. They can just chump block with the Spirit every time. They're not blocking? Okay. That's really good for us. Another Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. I want to respond to that and tap down their current Stoneforge. So that they can't use Stoneforge to drop in the thing and equip it, because they do have 4 mana here. So they're probably getting a sword, so if they have a 5th, another land to play, they can hardcast and equip, but I just want to make it that little bit more difficult for them. Sort of Fire and Ice, okay. So I guess their plan was, yeah, to load up a Spirit and just donk us and start being able to shoot down our creatures. That's cool, opponent. Getting in? Okay. Yeah, I'll just block one with an Ornithopter, I guess. We're on a lot of life. What is this? Another Lingering Souls. Okay, opponent. Now we're on even more life. Yeah. Pure Steel Paladin. Let's go. Okay. Well, let's play out the Pure Steel Paladin. Ooh, this is big. Always yes. Always yield. Another Colossus Hammer. Oh, opponent, you're in so much trouble. Land? Oh, Ginger Brute? Oh, my opponent's super dead next turn. Okay, let's equip to Memnite. Let's equip to Ornithopter. Let's go to combat. Attack here. Attack here. We'll leave the Glinthawk back. Probably should have left the Ornithopter back as well. But that's fine. Yeah. And we win the match. Our opponent scoops it up. They were definitely dead next to the Ginger Brute equipping 3 Colossus Hammers and making unblockables, so that's cool. Match number 1 in the bag. Join us shortly for match number 2. Alright, we found our second opponent. Let's get match number 2 underway. We get to go on the play. That is fantastic. Yeah, we're keeping. We are certainly keeping. Because again, we have the Colossus Hammer and the Pure Steel. We don't get to equip for 0 just yet. But I'm pretty okay with it. I'm going to play out the Colossus Hammer here. Mostly to protect from hand hate. If our opponent hand hates us here, they can take a Pure Steel. We get to deploy one next, and the turn after we get the Glinthawk, bounce the hammer. Okay, Inquisition. So they can take Glinthawk here, but I'm pretty sure Pure Steel is much scarier for them. Because we've already got the hammer in play. Oh, and we draw a quest. Okay. Play that out. Play the Glinthawk. Which might be wrong. It might have actually been worth like playing at the Pure Steel, waiting for a 0-drop creature for Glinthawk to get a quest active sooner. But this way, next time we get, unless they hand it, we get to play both of these out and draw a card. Ooh, another quest is not what we wanted to see. Okay, should set up these triggers. Counter on quest. We will draw a card. They kill the Pure Steel. That's fine. We'll get in for 2. Pass back to our opponent. So it looks like we're versing Jund. Tarmogoyf, sure. Drew a Memnite. Okay, let's play out the second quest because why not? Play out the Memnite. Always yes. Yes. Get in for 2. Pass back to our opponent. Okay, so we're only 2 creatures off this getting active. Would be nice to get a second one active as well. Skyfisher would be a nice draw. Ren and 6, okay, that's probably shooting down our Memnite. It's not. Okay, opponent. Do you have a kill spell for our Memnite? Oh, Ornithopter. Okay. Let's attack Ren and 6 so that if they don't have a kill spell, they can't... Like, they'd have to trade Ren and 6 for Memnite. Okay. I'm pretty okay with that. So now Glenhawk threatens to kill their Ren and 6 if they uptick. We've also got a lot of live draws to this quest getting active. Another time away from our opponent. They trade Ren and 6 for the Memnite. Very interesting. I'm keeping Ornithopter around for now. Gingerroot's a good draw. So 1, 2, 3. So getting a Colossus Hammer with that quest doesn't quite kill our opponent here. Okay, we'll go to beginning of combat. Scared of removal anyway, so let's get our Gentamama, see if we can kill a Tarmogoyf. Let's put it on the Gingerbrute because I'd rather keep Glenhawk around, I think. Terminate? Okay. Let's just eat the Gingerbrute. Okay, so at this point Ornithopter is chump blocking a Tarmogoyf. Okay, Season Pyromancer is not great for us. So I need to hit exactly something that gets 2 counters here, which... Yeah, we have to block. I don't know if there's anything we can draw that gets us out of this. Thraben Inspector into Cracking Clue drawing a 0-drop. I guess. Skyfish is so close. Yeah, we had 4 lands. We could just play the Skyfisher twice. If I'd gotten to keep that Ornithopter, I would have been able to do it. But our opponent was attacking with 2 7/8s and I was on 14, so I was exactly dead, even with eating the Gingerbrute. And there was not much we could have done about that. I suppose we could have chump blocked a time ago with a Memnite, since they had Ren and 6 anyway. Yeah. Skyfish bounce a land, doesn't do it. I mean, I could Skyfish bounce Glenhawk, play Glenhawk, get the quest active, but then I'm just dead anyway. Yep, let's go to game number 2. Okay, so we're versing Jund. So I like Giant Killer for killing Tarmogoyf, Selfless Savior to stop their removal, Auriok Champion to stop their removal and gain some life, and Leyline to stop their hand hate. So I think same as Abzan, I'm happy cutting the Ornithopters. I am happy trimming 2 Glenhawk, 2 Skyfisher. And everything else looks good. Let's run with that. Yes, I would like to go on the play. No, we got a mulligan this. Got a mulligan this, no lands. Otherwise, it was looking pretty okay. Yep, we're keeping. Bottom of Gentamama. Bottom. honestly, it's probably Thraben Inspector. Okay. Let's hope they don't have hand hate. Even if they do, we still have to get one of these ginger brutes into play, I guess. Always yes, always yield. Yield through that turn. Okay, that wasn't an awful draw. We kind of need to hit a land for it, but otherwise that's cool. React Champion's kind of perfect. Should let us get in with an Argentum Armor or a Colossus Hammer. Okay, you just killing a Ginger Brute, or are you getting some F6 value there, opponent? We ain't afraid. Get in with the Ornithopter. Send a message. Oh no. No, our poor Ginger Brute. It's not a very nice opponent. Ooh. So I'm just going to play the Ginger Brute here. Send a message yet again. And this way, if they want to kill the Ginger Brute with the Ren and 6, they have to trade. Cool, that's a trade I'm happy to make. Tarmogoyf, okay. Ooh, land is good. Auriok Champion. So next turn we get to play Giant Killer. If I draw a land, I'm probably actually casting Chop Down to get rid of this Tarmogoyf. I don't know, we'll see what our opponent does. Okay, land drop. Another Ren and 6. Thankfully that can't kill Auriok Champion. They brought back a land, so the Goyf shrunk again. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with playing at Pure Steel Paladin here. Okay. Always yes, always yield. So they shouldn't be able to kill Auriok Champion. Okay. I am going to draw a card in response, opponent. Yes. Okay, we will... I'm just going to attack them and get them dead. Kill the Tarmogoyf. Awesome. So I don't imagine they have any way to kill the Auriok Champion. They probably have ways to kill Argentum Armor. They should have like Assassin's Trophy. I was going to say Abrupt K, but Abrupt K doesn't do it because Abrupt K cares about the CMC, I'm pretty sure. Maelstrom Pulse does it as well. Pillage does it as well. Sure thing, opponent. Another Auriok Champion. Alright. Just going to attack them. I'm not concerned about keeping their Ren and 6 Ultimate just yet. Maybe I don't care at all. Maybe these Auric champions are good enough. The only creature that matters from them is a Tarmogoyf, which I have the removal spell for. Okay. Just attack them with our 2 Auric champions. So they are on a very real clock. So if they do nothing, I get to draw off my Sunbaked Canyon. Like if they don't play something for my Giant Killer to target. Because I do definitely want to chop something down before I play out the Giant Killer. Tarmogoyf, sure. That's a very big Tarmogoyf. I also get to race it pretty well because I'm gaining life. Can I not? Okay. I think I have to keep Red and 6 off ultimate. Pure Steel Paladin, that's cool. Just cast the Giant Killer. So we've got 3 hammers in our deck. Can I? Thank you. Always yes. So I am going to play out the Pure Steel. I suppose it's kind of free to do this because we have the Giant Killer. So our Pure Steel gets to get in next turn. Yeah, I don't want them to be able to get the Ren and 6 ult and start terminating my Giant Killer and my Pure Steel. I think having these means that I don't want to let them get Ren and 6 to ult. What is this? Bloodbraid Elf, okay. Lightning Bolt that's going to take down our Pure Steel, I assume? Taking down the Giant Killer, okay. I guess they wanted this to be able to block my Pure Steel if I want to attack with it. Okay. Ren and 6 is assumedly buying back the Peatland, yep. Giver of Runes is a cool draw. I think I want to draw first because if I find a hammer... Okay, another Pure Steel. Does that mean I'm happy to offer the trade? I think it... No, it probably doesn't. Okay, let's go to combat. Still threaten the Ren and 6. Bloodbraid can't block because it's a red creature and I have pro black and pro red. Okay, looks like they're not interested in doing anything during the declare blockers. I'll play at the Giver of Runes because it's got the most upside. It taxes their removal pretty well. Cracking Peatland immediately is a good thing for us. I don't know what they're digging towards. These Auric champions might just get us there. I suppose Tarmogoyfs are good for them here. Okay. They're happy to call it there. So going into game number 3, pretty happy with how we sideboarded. These Tormod's Crypts just aren't what we want against them. They do use their graveyard, but like the Tarmogoyf's going to be big anyway because of my graveyard. And like the Ren and 6, they're just going to end up putting more lands in the bin to dig back anyway. Could see Containment Priest for the Bloodbraid. No, not the Containment Priest, the Aethersworn Canonist. But I think that hurts us just as much in this style of build, so let's just run it back. Okay, so our opponent gets to be on the play. This is pretty weak to hand hate, but all of our hands look pretty weak to hand hate, so we're just going to keep. They keep 7 as well. Like, I'm not mulliganing towards my ley line, because a 6 with a ley line is kind of like a 5 anyway. So I'd rather let them throw a hand hate spell to take away a pure steel to start with, kind of thing. Yep. I can't imagine this taking anything else other than the pure steel. But they've taken 5 damage for it, so this gingerbread's going to come down hard and fast. Maybe I play the Thraben Inspector first, so they don't play anything I get to get in with both. No, I don't think it matters. I think I'll just get in with the gingerbread to start with. Ooh, Glinthawk. Okay. Definitely leading with the gingerbread now. Get in. Lightning Bolt for a gingerbread, sure. No second land drop. Okay. We're getting aggressive then. Always yield. Glinthawk. This is why we run Thraben Inspectors. Just gives us an artifact for free to bounce the Glinthawk. I mean, we could have just played Hammer, played Glinthawk, bounce it, and then like we still had the Thraben Inspector and the Clue. But yeah, I'd rather get the extra body into play. Okay. Let's attack with all. Nothing? Okay, looks like they're F6'd. Cool, another Glinthawk it is. So we got a land drop, so let's play it a Horizon Canopy. Because we definitely know they saw that with their Thoughtseize, so... Nothing? Okay, opponent. You're on a pretty real clock. I'm assuming they're stuck on green mana here. Because they missed that land drop, right? So this was right off the top, so they got this to feed these two. If they'd known about this, they could have gotten a green source. I'm going to draw a card to try and find more of a clock. Well, it's technically more of a clock. Okay. So blocker doesn't do it anymore because these two and any two of these 3 ground creatures get them. So they need a removal spell for a Glinthawk at least. This looks like a Terminate maybe. A Collective Brutality. Just the neg 2? Oh no, the bleed as well. Okay. That makes sense. Because they knew our last card was Colossus Hammer, I believe. Okay, let's go to combat. They're still very close to dead here. Because that has to be the top deck. Just cast the Memnite. So... They need another... Does another Brutality even do it? Okay, they got a 3rd land, but still a green source. So with Brutality, they kill this, they gain 2 up to 5, and they take 4. So Brutality does get them out of this, but this was their draw for the turn. And we win the match. Alright, so that was 2-1 against Jund. We are currently 2-0 in matches. Join us shortly for match number 3. Alrighty, here we go. Match number 3 underway. Currently 2-0 with our Mono White Quest for the Holy Relic with Pure Steel Paladins and Colossus Hammers. Yeah, I think we're just mulliganing this. Even though it is playable, like all these cards have such a low individual value that we do want to find a quest hand or a pure steel hand. Well, this hand just straight up sucks. Our opponent's mulligan to 6 as well. Yeah, we can keep this. So we want both our lands. The Glinthawk sucks. Honestly, the Skyfish is not great. Yeah. Let's keep this like mid-rangey kind of hand. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. We're versing Mill. Alright, let's get Pure Steel Paladin to play. The good thing is we're not getting punished for our canopy lands in this matchup, at least. Oh, Mill. Oh man. Sad thing is that leyline's not even good here because this crab doesn't target, but I assume they're running all 8 crabs, so it's probably worth bringing leyline in anyway. Oh, that also doesn't target. That's so gross. They're circling the hammer. Okay. Hmm. Drew another Martyr's Soul. Okay. Let's get in. Okay, let's play a Skyfisher. Bounce a land. Make our land drop for turn. Pass back to our opponent. Let's see how much damage they can do. Oof. They're certainly doing stuff. Ginger Brute. Okay, so we got to play out a big Martyr's Soul here. So now we can either play a smaller Martyr's Soul, or we can play the Ginger Brute and make it unblockable. Let's play the Martyr's Soul because the Ginger Brute is still good next turn. Okay. Another land. So we're on 32 cards, is that right? Okay. Okay. Play out the Ginger Brute. Make it unblockable. Make Pure Steel unblockable. You know, attack with everybody. So the only blocks they can have are with these two, where their creatures get eaten. Yep. So they're on 7, so they're dead next turn. If I get to have a turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll mill down to 13. Okay. All right. So make you unblockable. Yep, I was just going to use Giver Runes to make this unblockable so that they're definitely dead. Okay. Kind of like Tormod's Crypt to stop Surgical and to stop Manic Scribe. That might be something we want to do. Fragmentize, if they're fraying sanity, would be good. It's also good for Mesmeric Orb, so we will bring that in. I don't think I want Disenchant. Canonist. I don't think you're doing anything for me. I mean, you technically do, but I think slowing ourselves down is no bueno. Yeah, I don't think they're exactly jamming a bunch of spells at once. Alright, champions are relevant because it's not relevant protection. Lacking doesn't matter. I think I do like bringing the ley line. Colossus Hammer Peel is really good. Giver actually wants to stay in to give creatures pro blue to hit with hammers. Thraben Inspector is probably too slow. Skyfisher and Pure Steel fine because they're combo pieces. Yeah, I think it's just 4 Thraben Inspectors out. Let's go with that. So our opponent gets to be on the play here. We're going to mulligan because we've got the hammer and no pure steel. These Martyr Souls are too slow. This Memnite's kind of irrelevant. It's nice with the Martyr Soul, but that's it. If I had a second 0-drop, I might actually keep to turn 1 Martyr Soul. Okay, our opponent mulligans. I kind of like this actually, so I'm going to keep. I'll bottom of Plains. Keep the Sunbait Canyon because the life loss doesn't matter and getting to draw a card later might be nice. Start with the ley line in play. Hope it's good enough. Like maybe they've got Hedron Crab. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm kind of cool with just fragmentizing that now. Certainly some sideboard technology our opponent's on. Manic Scribe, sure. Ooh, Martyr's Soul. I don't know why I played the fetch. That was probably a mistake. Oh, I don't think they can punish us because of Leyline. Yeah, let's play a Ginger Brute. Fetch. Play out the Glenhawk. Turn the Ginger Brute. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Hedron Crab is good for us. That's target player, so this means our Leyline was a good thing to bring in. Quest is nice. Play Ginger Brute. We will yes and yield to our quest. Make our Ginger Brute unblockable. Awesome. So they have to mill themselves here, which is actually pretty good for us. I actually want to keep this Hedron Crab around because they might actually mill themselves. Their deck's currently lower than ours, so that's cool. Oh, but their Manic Scribe's active. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Do I just want to crack Sunbait Canyon? I think I do. No, probably not. Let's make you unblockable. Attack you with all my creatures. Be interesting to see if they're mono blue or blue black, because if they are blue black, they probably want a Field of Ruinous. Yeah, play Glint Hawk. Return Gingerbrute. Play Gingerbrute. It would be nice if we... Maybe we shouldn't have attacked with the Glinthawk, so we could have cast the Martyr's Soul here. No, I don't think it matters, actually. I think next turn I'm happy to basically hard cast Martyr's Soul. So our opponent's dead to an active quest now. Okay. Always yield. Always yield. That's not a great draw. So we've got 35 cards left in deck. I kind of just want to pull... the big Martyr Soul doesn't even do anything. Yeah, because I kind of... They just get to chump block with like the Hedron Crab. So... Do I just hold the Martyr's Soul? I don't hate holding it just to not, like, mill off tapping things. Yeah. So our opponent is also dead to a top deck Gingerbrute now. Also, yeah, our opponent's milling themselves way harder than they're milling us. They're on 19 cards. Okay, Ruin Crab's good for them. Come on, creature. Any creature. Literally any creature. Okay, let's check out our graveyard. Both our other Colossus Hammers are already in the graveyard. I think our opponent's still dead though. So let's play Ornithopter. Oops. Play the Martyr's Soul. Okay. Make Gingerbrute unblockable. They milled our Argentimarma as well. Uh-oh. Okay. So it's... Yeah, we'll just attack with the Gingerbread as well. Why not? That's real unfortunate. Did they... Oh, I was there the whole time. Okay, I'm just an idiot. Okay, opponent. Can you survive? Okay, I'm down to 10. Okay. Oh, do I lose? Is that like 11? Oh. So if I hadn't realized the Argentimarma was there, I wouldn't have played out the Martyr's Soul. That would have been 3 less mills. I would have survived. Okay. Let's go into game 3. That's unfortunate. That was kind of a misplay on our part. But I saw the hammers and I just didn't notice the Argentimarma. I should have spent more time looking at my graveyard, honestly. I should have, like... I don't know, I just hate how, like, it was so small. There's probably a way to expand it that I'm just missing here. So this is aggressive with Glinthawks. I'm gonna mulligan, though. Mulligan's pretty free. Yeah, we'll keep. This is the kind of hand we want. Bottom of land. Done. Lead on quest. So I'm a while off getting quest off, but I have pure steel and hammer. I need 2 more artifacts to get metalcraft, but whatever. Do I want to play another quest? I don't think so, not yet. Let's play out pure steel. So next time I get to play the hammer and draw a card. I can play the Skyfish and bounce the hammer, replay the hammer to draw another card later on. Okay, double crab into Field of Ruin. Not what we want to see. One, two, three, four. Yeah, we're doing this. Skyfisher. Replay Memnite. Get him with the pure steel because they have to lose a Hedron Crab to block because Hedron Crabs are 0/2s. Okay. We might be close to killing our opponent now. Nothing from our opponent? Okay. Let's play the hammer. Draw a card. Always yes. Always yield. Yes. Another one, okay. Well, I might as well play out the quest. Their opponent's thinking here they might be... Oh, Echoing Truth on the quest. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Especially because it bounces both of them. But we get to equip for 0 on the Memnite. And we get to attack for a bunch. Yep. They're not... Wait, they're blocking the 2/2 and not the 11/11? Okay, opponent. Sure, I mill 3. You got it. Oh, Ensnaring Bridge? Let's move this over here. Play a Ginger Brute. Make him unblockable. Yep. We could attack with all these. Our opponent could block Pure Steel and still take 1, 2, 3, 4. They can block a Memnite, take 5. Yep. Awesome. So 2-1 against Mill. That's currently a 3-0. Join us shortly for match number 4. Alright, we've got an opponent. Match number 4 underway. Currently 3-0 with our quest for the Hammer Time brew. It honestly feels like it's better than normal quests. Like, maybe this is just better than the Stoneforge package. I do kind of miss having the equipment in the 75 somewhere, so maybe you want sideboard slots for like 2 or 3 good swords. Our opponent reveals Lurus. Okay. This hand's a mulligan. Oh, this hand's a mulligan too, honestly. This hand's a keep. Gonna bottom Argentum Armor. And Glinthawk. Everything else is playable. It is unfortunate putting the Glinthawk on the bottom, but what are you gonna do? Okay. This is probably turn 1 hand hate. Soul Scar Mage, okay. That's a good draw. It's a good draw. I think playing at the Memnite to protect it from hand hate is better than protecting it from removal. Even though my opponent's probably got like lava darts and stuff in their deck. I'd rather like have something for the Skyfish for the upside of Quest, especially after having mulliganed. Okay, Swift Spear, sure. Oh, they've kept a 1-lander? Okay. Well, that's a bad draw. I don't see any downside to getting in for one. If they have removal, they would do it in response to my Skyfisher anyway. Yep, yep. This one. Cast it. Pass to our opponent. Okay, Lightning Bolt the Skyfisher. Yep, we're still not blocking. Okay. Yeah, we're still not blocking. I'm probably fetching if I can to reduce my deck size. What's my opponent got? Another Blood Crypt, okay. So they are dead if they can't kill me here. Oh. They're not attacking? I suppose, yeah. They've got nothing to play, that makes sense. Let's thin our deck a little. Okay. So we are just going to get our Gentum Armor here. Put it on the Memnite. Attack with these two. Kill the Scourge. So we're putting our opponent to 1. Okay, they're cool with it. So now we are blocking with this Martyr's Soul. We've got 2 lethal threats here. Well, let's see what our opponent does, I guess. But I am pretty happy to block. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with this Martyr's Soul. I probably shouldn't have attacked with this Martyr's Soul on reflection, because this Memnite would get to attack for lethal next turn anyway. Swift Spear and Seal of Fire. I think I lived that. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Whew. I was going to say, I just get to attack, use my Gentum Armor trigger to kill this. So we probably should have deserved... We probably deserved to lose that one, honestly. Leyline looks really good here. Auriok Champion looks really good here. Canonist looks really good here. Don't want Disenchant. Giant Kill is probably fine. And Selfless Save is pretty good too. We've got a lot of cards that are kind of good in this matchup. Yeah, equipment's not the best here. So 2 orc chips, 2 cannons. Yeah, I guess I'm happy to just cut skyfishes here. 3 bin inspectors might be too slow. But Glinthawks get punished pretty easily in this matchup, so I'm happy to just cut all 8 of them. And then we bring in a ley line, so I guess we'll cut an Ornithopter. We'll cut a Memnite, sorry, because they have lava nuts. Maybe I want to cut more Memnites. But I don't want to bring Glinthawks back in. Let's just run with this. Okay, this hand is bad. So we will mulligan. I'm keeping. This is probably strange, but I am keeping. If they hand hate me and take this Ornithopter, I'm in a fair bit of trouble. Okay. Pure Steel Paladin's a good draw. So we're going to leave with Quest. I'm going to play out the Ornithopter here because I kind of just want to play the Pure Steel next turn. Getting a second quest off doesn't do heaps for us. And with how much we slowed our deck down, I feel like at some point we're going to deploy this quest and like slowly build both of them up anyway. Okay. So this is going to take Pure Steel, which means we just get to deploy the second quest next turn, so that's honestly kind of okay. We'll take the 2 from our opponent. Yeah, we'll just play out quest. Part of the reason for keeping is because we have the Sunbait Canyon, so if we're flooded, we get to draw a new card anyway. Yeah, we're not blocking. Okay. Oh. That man. Play out the Canonist. Always yes. We'll play out the Sunbait Canyon that they know about. Pass to them. Dismember the Canonist, sure. Fatal Push my Ornithopter, you got it. We need to draw something here. Well, it's something. Let's draw a card. Ooh! That's the kind of draw we needed. Okay. We're doing something. Oh, I'm blocking this one. Oh, Battle Rage? That's kind of spicy, opponent. Okay. Not much we could have done about that. We kind of kept a rough hand, but I feel like we kind of had to. I don't think there's any better configuration for our sideboarding. They have Lurus, but I don't think I want to Tormod's Crypt. Let's just go with it. Love to play first. Why am I waiting for them? What choice do they even have to make here? I choose on the play. Surely I get to see my hand and decide if I'm mulliganing on it now. Why do they even have priority? Got Hammer and Pure Steel, but no way to equip. We're 1 card off. We got the Argentum Armor, so I'm going to mulligan. This is better. We'll keep. Bottom the hammer. Yeah, that looks correct. Come on. Come on. Get out of my upkeep. Why do so many people insist on having upkeep stops, yet have nothing to do in my upkeep? Okay. Play quest and pass. Thoughtseize. That's rude. This is probably taking Canonist. Maybe I should have bought the land and kept the hammer. But the hammer is just such a not good card unless we find Pure Steel. If we find Pure Steel, I might feel a little punished. The Raven Inspector. Okay. Probably should have played a fetch land there. I just feel like we've had to keep pretty rough hands in this matchup. We got punished by opponent having hand hate. Okay. You got it, opponent. Ha! I have nothing, opponent. Ooh. Now I have a little something. Third land from our opponent. Okay. What, you got like a Colligan's command? They put Loris into their hand. Okay. Doesn't do anything for them just yet. Oh, goody. Wish I'd kept a Skyfisher in now because I'd get to put 2 counters on each of my quests. Oh man. Yeah, maybe I should have kept in Glenhawks and Skyfisher just cut all my X ones. That doesn't even sound that good. Oh yeah, another thing that dies to a lava dart. Yes. Okay. What do you got for me, opponent? Is this Luris? Kind of okay with seeing Luris right now. No? What is this? I guess they're scared of our 1 card in hand. Okay, it is Luris. You want to trade? No? You have a lava dart, opponent. Oh, this is awful. We will not attack. The worst thing is we can't even top deck like a creature that's worth 2 creatures because we boarded all of those out. Okay. I guess they don't want to sacrifice their lava dart. Oh, they're just going to bring back Luris. No point blocking. Can I stop drawing lands, please? Any non-land will do. Yep, I've got a Plains opponent. Enjoy. Just Thraven Inspector. Yes. Okay, this is one of the few draws we have that potentially gets us 2 cards. Yes. We're doing it. Play over the planes that they know about. Yep. Because they have Lava Dart, there's no point. Even though they haven't been using their Lava Dart, I'm just going to threaten good blocks, I guess. What is this? Okay. I'll give my Memnite indestructible. Okay. It's going to be like a Colligan's command in response. Okay. So I'm getting a Gentum Armor, putting it on Thraben Inspector. They have a Fatal Push. Come on, opponent. Just have it all, why don't you? I go to 2. Well, you're a bit late to the party. Well, our opponent's got that one. Alright, so with 3-1 going to match number 5. Join us shortly. Alright, we found our opponent for match number 5. Let's get it underway. We're currently 3-1 with Quest for the Holy Mallet, I guess. Oh, come on, where's the quest? Yeah, we're just gonna mulligan this. Keeping this. Bottom the Sky Fisher, because we need the lands, we need the artifacts. Okay, no hand hate from this opponent. Serum Visions, sure. This is also really nice having the Pure Steel and Ginger Roots. Oh, and another hammer. Like that. Okay, kind of okay with drawing lands or not, so let's just do this. Through the turn, get in for 1. Okay, so we're probably versing Storm, I would assume. Yep. So we have a turn 3 kill here. As long as our opponent's willing to tap out. Whew. More Ginger Brutes. No, I'm playing out the Pure Steel. I was considering playing out double Ginger Brute. I have to play out the Pure Steel here. Okay, so if my opponent, as long as my opponent can't go off this turn, we're pretty okay. Is this a medallion creature? Oh, it's a ritual. Oh, we don't like that. Please, opponent. Please don't have a turn 3 kill. Would hate for this to be play draw dependent on this game. I really would. Okay, that's still pretty bad for us. They're just wiping our board here, I guess. Yep. Okay. So if we draw a Pure Steel, we're pretty good here still. that mini grape shot was actually kind of just as bad as them going off on turn 3, because now our pure steel's dead. Draw a card, see what we hit. Okay. Let's just go to combat. Get in. Their opponent bought themselves a lot of turns with that mini grape shot. Like, it only cost them 2 rituals. Repeal, sure. Okay, our opponent's still doing nothing. We'll play out a Thraben Inspector. I think I still want to just play out the Gingerbread here. I don't know why I keep going to yield. I kind of want to... I assume they don't have flash creatures, but you never know. Suppose they do, I'm not activating both anyway. Yep. This Gifts Ungiven's going to be very bad for us. We're probably just dead to this. Really sucks that they're able to mini grape shot kill that pure steel. I was considering not playing it for that reason, but I needed to draw a land to be able to... Oh, I suppose not. I could have played out the 2 hammers. Yeah, that was probably more correct. Oh, what do I want to put in their graveyard? Let's let them have the rituals and not let them draw or cost reduce. Yeah, so if I played out these 2, then the following turn played at the pure steel, I would have won. That's potentially just me being new to the pure steel Colossus kind of style. Also, this isn't even like what the Hammer Time deck does with this, so... But this kind of matchup is why I'm leaning this way instead of Stoneforge. Can you imagine if this was a Stoneforge hand? There's no way we'd even have had a chance of winning this game. Yeah, they cast a Passing Flames. They got a Grape Shot, but I'm just gonna let them have it here. I'm not going to make them go through it. Okay, Tormod's Crypt looks good. I don't hate Fragmentize for Aria. I don't know. Giant Killer does nothing. Canonist does a lot. We'll bring that in. Don't think it's worth bringing in Selfless Savior. Catarian Priest doesn't do anything. Warrior Champion having pro red's not bad. Maybe I just lean into Giver Runes there. Yeah. This stops gifts, so I think that's good enough. So bring in the 0 drops. I think I'm happy to cut 2 Memnites. I mean, Thraben Inspector's probably too slow in this matchup. We'll cut the Thraben Inspectors. I'm happy to leave a Memnite in over a Thraben Inspector. Everything else is kind of good. We've got all the speedy stuff in still. We've got Giver to protect from their limited interaction. I'll play first. This is just a mulligan. No lands, we'll mulligan. Guess we're keeping this. Okay, they keep on 6. We'll keep on 5. want to keep the ley line. Hammer has a lot of upside. I suppose it does. We don't have metalcraft anyway. Yeah, let's just do that. Start with ley line in play. So the plan here is just to give her into Skyfisher and hope that's good enough for a while. I don't know. I didn't really want to mull the 4, so neither side of our deck likes mulliganing that low. So this protects us from the grape shot kill. It also protects us from gifts. Well, Pure Steel was a good draw. So it means any hammers we draw us a card. I think I'm just happy to get in with the giver. We get F6 value, and I'm not really scared of any removal from them just yet. I think next time when I can attack with Pure Steel, I might be willing to leave giver back. So I planned before I drew the Pure Steel was just play out Skyfisher and bounce a land because I'm happy to just get a 2/3 flyer into play. So I think that's still our plan for next turn, unless we draw Colossus Hammer. Because then the Skyfisher gets to bounce the hammer and draw us a card potentially. Okay. That'll do. That's artifact numero uno for Metalcraft. So we'll bounce the Ornithopter. We will just replay it, I suppose. Attack with Pure Steel. Pass to our opponent. And now we're just going to hold up Giver to protect our 2 power creatures. Because they might be a shit clock, but they are a clock nonetheless. Oh, is this going to be a medallion creature? A Storm Lord. It's a Manamorphose, okay. Where's our Canonist actually? That's what we want. Especially with the Giver in play, we would love to find Canonist. Okay. Serum Vision's number 4. The opponent's certainly doing something. Also Tormod's Crypt. Show me Tormod's Crypt. Would not say no to a Tormod's Crypt. What is this? Grape Shot. Let's see where the other trigger's going. All of them are Giver of Runes. Okay. Give a... What a Pure Steel, I guess. So we'll just give him Pro Red for the hell of it. Okay. So Giver down. Well, I suppose, yeah, they couldn't target me with the Grape Shot since I have Leyline in play. That was a good draw. Cast a new Giver. Attack with all, whatever. It's not worth the time to just manually select when this doesn't need a block anyway. Baral, okay. And we draw the Canonist with a Giver in play. That's pretty good. Suppose we'll go to combat first. See if their Baral is brave enough to block our Pure Steel. Okay, it is. So they could be holding up for a Remand or something here, but I don't really get the privilege of playing around counter magic or interaction. Okay, so they have nothing, I guess. This is a really nice combo in this matchup. Okay. You have opted, and now you do not get to do anything else. Which I guess means they've got an opt for our turn as well. Just going to go to combat. Attack them with our 2 power creatures. Okay. So I'm just going to fetch now to thin our deck. And I'm going to crack the canopy. Because with their 1 blocker, if I get... Yeah, okay. I was going to say, if I get any creature with power, we get to threaten lethal next time. We do anyway because of the Giver. The Giver gets to attack as well. Ooh. Okay, opponent. That's hot. Pieces of the puzzle. Okay. I'm fine with the pieces of the puzzle. Alright, our opponent scoops it up. So we are 1 game apiece going into game number 3 against Storm. Currently 3-1 in matches overall, so this could bring us to a 4-1 or a 3-2, both of which are pretty acceptable. Is there anything I want to change after having seen what my opponent was doing? Not really. The selfless saviors are looking a little better, but nothing in our deck looks bad. Giver did a lot of work there. Yeah. I'm pretty happy to just run it back. So our opponent gets to be on the play, which is a little rough. But we're due some luck with our opening hand, I think. I think we are due to see a good one. Well, this is close, but it's not quite it. We'll mulligan. Oh. I kind of hate this. So at turn 1, give a... I can't even turn to a 5/4 Martyr Soul. We'll go to 5. This hand also sucks, but we're going to keep bottom plains, bottom hammer. We are not having a great time. Our opponent leads on mountain, which is honestly something I'm happy to see. Alright, I'm just going to play out the Giver. I'm assuming that maybe they have a lightning bolt for us here, which I'm happy for Giver to be a lightning rod, so to speak. Because if they have a bolt, they kind of just have to bolt the Giver. Because they'll just end up bolting it down the road anyway. Yeah. Get predicted, opponent. Watch them play like a medallion creature here and me be in a lot of trouble. Yep. Yep, that's pretty bad for us. Well, this is our path to victory now. Is finally drawing a quest. So next turn we get to put it to 3. Alright, opponent, how dead am I? Ooh. Okay, an Electromancer as well. Oh, okay. I get it. It's got 1 card in hand. We might actually be able to get there. Play out a Skyfisher. Just be able to land. Pass it back. Okay. Bolt the Skyfisher, sure. I'm okay with that. Let's Draw a card. We kind of want to get quest off. Okay. Like, I could have played the Skyfisher, but I'd honestly rather find like a 0-drop. Okay. Found Serum Visions. This is going pretty well for us. Yep. Okay. So next turn we get quest off because we can play Skyfisher twice. Not interested in blocking. Okay. Let's fetch. Get a plains, play a Skyfisher. What, you got like a remand or something, opponent? Okay. The permanent all bounce is the core Skyfisher. We'll replay it. Bounce a land. Go to combat. Sacrifice quest. Let's make sure we're getting our Gentum army here. Put it on the pure steel. We get to draw a card, which is cool. Always yes, always yield. Ooh. We get to attack, that's cool. Kill the Brawl so they can't block. And they take 8 down to 12. So if you're an artifact, they're dead next to it. Ooh, okay, they're ritualing. They're probably going for it. Empty the Warrens, okay. Well, that's pretty good. Giver Runes was a good draw. Quit for 0. Quit for 0. We'll attack with both. Destroy the Electromancer. Yep, that's smart. They don't need to chump block the Pure Steel just yet. Suppose I could have played it at this other quest. Oh no. Our opponent's shocking. That is not good for us. And we won. Whew. Alright, that's 4-1. Join us shortly for the post-league wrap-up. Alright, a 4-1. That's huge. That's, I think, one of the better results I've gotten with Quest since I've been playing leagues. I did get a 5-0 in the practice rooms, but it wasn't a league. It was just 5 random matches. But that honestly felt pretty good. So match 1, we beat Abzan 2-0 pretty convincingly. We versus Jun, beat them 2-1. I think those matchups are a lot. I think I owe a lot to cards like Giant Killer, being able to kill Goyfs, Selfless Saviors, more protection for my important creatures against removal. Auriok Champion and Leyline, we got a lot of cards for the matchup. Then we versed Mill, beat that 2-1. Leyline helped a little there, but basically, like, we have a lot of aggressive combo going on, so we were able to basically just race them and win the race. We lost to Redback Prowess, which we've got Giant Killer, we've got Selfless Savior, we have either Swan Canonist or a Champion, Leyline. We've got a lot of cards for the matchup. I honestly think we lost mostly because of how we sideboarded. We cut all of our Glinthawks, all of our Skyfishers. But honestly, like, Gingerbrute looks pretty bad there. Memnite looks pretty bad there. So I think we could have actually trimmed there rather than trimming on Glinthawks and Skyfishers. Obviously, Glinthawks are a lot worse against their like removal style, but they tend to want to play sorcery speed, not instant speed, so I can get away with maybe comboing off with Glinthawks and stuff. I also kind of want a sword, like a pro red sword, somewhere in the list. Like maybe War and Peace, maybe Fire and Ice. Like maybe I just do want swords on the board so that against the Juns of the world, I can just, you know, bring in some real swords and have some fun with Pure Steel, which is something I liked to do in the Astrolabe meta and something I liked to do when I was testing this originally with Pure Steels, because the list that I 5-0'd within the practice rooms, I believe, had the Skyfishes, had the Pure Steels, and had the Stoneforgers. I don't know that the Stoneforgers are a crazy necessary part. Like, I could even see Stoneforgers being a sideboard thing, but honestly, with how low this deck's curve is, I don't think boarding into them is necessarily correct either. So I think next time I play this, I might kind of run this list back. I do want to find room in the sideboard for some swords, maybe because I'm scared of graveyard decks. The Tormod scripts are taking those slots, but maybe I can like cut the Disenchanted, just lean on the Fragmentize. There aren't many times where I'd actually want Disenchant specifically, so maybe I can get away with throwing a sword in that slot. Otherwise, the list ran pretty good. I didn't flood too much when I did be able to crack these or crack clues from the Throwman Inspector was nice. I don't know that it needs to be on 8 fetch. I think the 4 fetch is kind of okay. I especially like it in the mono white list. Just being able to run a high number of planes. I don't know. I really enjoy running a lot of basics for some reason. Yeah, like Gingerbrute felt real good a lot of the time. Gingerbrute wearing Colossus Hammer is kind of gross. I kind of really like it. But yeah, we went 4-1. So we won some nice little chesties. So as always, let's open them. Cool. Definitely cool. Oh. That guy's interesting. This is real cool. Okay. Another one. Yes. Tide Taker's kind of cool. Down with that. And Prismatic Strands. Okay. Kind of cool. Another one. Thief of Sanity, that's not bad. 25 play points. 2 more to go. What do we got? Chaos Maw. Okay. I do not remember this from Amonkhet, Arab of Sage, whichever set that was. That's cool, I guess. And the last one, what do we get? Lord of the Void. That's cool. Alright, so thank you all for watching, as always. Feel free to do any of the YouTube stuffs. I don't really mind, I'm just happy to get the views. If you got any suggestions, leave a comment and all that. But otherwise, I just appreciate you guys watching. So until next time, thank you again, and bye-zy.